Hey everyone, Soundwave884 here, the Transformers Legacy United review. And this you take a look at Origins Wheeljack from Transformers G1, first episode, More Than Meets the Eye, Part 1. Got the box right here, shows his Cybertronian alt mode, turns to the side. Nice view of his robot mode, head, back. 32 steps, still get you all the way around. You can take Origins Bumblebee from the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line and stick him right inside Wheeljack to reenact that first episode part where Bumblebee gets his rear axle damaged and he has to go right inside there. You got the little blast shield cover too, which also can mimic part of like the road or something for Cybertron. 40 years of Transformers, your Legacy United artwork here. This box isn't as sturdy as like the ones that have been coming out. He's still got more of a flimsier box. And inside you get your handy dandy instructions, and of course you have your figure here with accessories. And also it comes with this piece here, which actually in the package comes differently than this. It's made for, you can put it on his back, which I am not going to do. I will show you the picture here from the back of the box. But yeah, I'm sure everybody's seen it. He's got the things hanging off. It's a way to store it on his back, but I am not going to do that. I just think it looks hideous. But you will have to, you know, these have tabs and they just go right up here or down here. I can't remember which one. I did it when I opened them up and I was like, I'm not doing that again. It gets that piece there, which leave it this way because this is how you get the blast shield in vehicle mode. He also has his shoulder cannon gun, which can be held in his hands. And I actually like this one better than what's on the Earthrise and the Autobot 5-pack because it's just a little more slender. You also get the little Dominator disc, which can peg onto the front of this, so like he shoots it at Devastator from that one to mimic that one episode. I think is the core where they take over Devastator for the Autobot use. But they also make the fans that were on the front, the little blades. So when he had to cut through in the episode when he's in the vehicle mode and then had that Decepticons, he rammed them and he had that going right there. So it can do two things. It could be Dominator discs, or it could be the little blades for the front of the vehicle mode, which is good because you get the little blast shield, which can be a road, it could be wings. It can be comparison here with the Wheeljack from the Autobot 5-pack done in the animation color scheme. I think they both look good next to each other. I think I can see this Cybertronian version turning into this. And honestly, I think I like the head on this one a little bit better than this one. This one has the light gray paint, which looks pretty. This one has silver paint and darker blue eyes. This one has more of a lighter blue eye there. The heads are on, I believe, ball joints. You might be able to pop them off and switch them. And they did mold a new head for this Wheeljack. You can see the little ears here are actually a little bit shorter than they are on this Wheeljack. And on the back of the head, you can see he's got this little piece that comes over above the little band where he doesn't have that. Right there, it connects to the ears. So the head's similar, but slightly different. And also, I think I like the chest piece here a little bit more. I think it's a little more animation accurate with the little longer piece that goes across. And then a little shorter piece here. And instead of this being so long and more of a square, it should be a rectangle. And I can show that here on the Masterpiece version. And you can see it's a rectangle there. So I like the chest piece here. Now this has got the painted blue, whereas this has this little green, like transparent plastic. And actually the gun here is actually molded in that as well. As you can see, it's just painted silver. But overall, I think for the Earth mode, in robot mode and vehicle mode, this one here is going to be better. I really don't think anybody's buying this mainly for the robot mode. I think people are getting this for the vehicle mode and for the reenactment of that one part in the episode. Here he is next to Origins, Jazz, and Bumblebee. You can see some comparisons in height here. Jazz is more slender than Wheeljack because his vehicle mode is going to be slender. Wheeljack has to become this big, huge, empty box to store Bumblebee. So the gimmick hurts the robot mode and also raises his price point up to a Voyager class. You know, he's deluxe class size. In vehicle mode, he's more Voyager class size, and he can store a deluxe class figure inside of it. The Bumblebee here, I took off a lot of the excess parts, so he's just a little more slender. Otherwise, he's got a lot of kibble as well. To form the big, long, like UFO saucer thing, he's got to have extra pieces that just form a lot of overhanging pieces on the Bumblebee. So I just took that kibble right off. Alright, so articulation on this figure. Shoulders go there. Now, you can rotate in 360. If you're going to hit that, you just got to kind of move them out of the way, then rotate it back around. You get your bicep swivels, elbow bends. Wrist, you do get a swivel. His arms do bug me because there's shoulders. It just seems very loose in the shoulders, loosey-goosey up here. Head, slide up. Down is because he untabbed. But there's no down. Well, yeah, no down. And you can 360 the sucker all the way around. Waist, you usually get 360, but he's got that big backpack and he's got these thick calves you got to worry about here. You get upper thigh swivels, kick to there, kick back to here, but his legs are hitting each other, and then he's hitting this. He's got so much going on. Knees to there, they do lock in robot mode. Ankle tilts to there. Get like a little toe tap and rock. Let's see, I do splits, goes out to there. Trying to think what else. I think that's all. So that's all his articulation. He's just got a lot of stuff going on back here. He's just definitely not pretty in the back. He's just got a lot going on back here. And that actually makes like a little face. He's got little eyelashes, like a little, little mouth, nose, yeah. So everything's got tab in just right in robot mode. This tabs to this, and then this comes up here, and it's got a catch inside his little wings. So a lot of things can come untapped fairly easy on this figure, and you can hit them because there's so much going on. You're going to hit this and hit this a lot, and you're going to pull this out constantly. Also, this right here will come out as well pretty easily. So there's a lot of little things that bug me in the robot mode. Just come untapped. A lot of kibble and stuff is clutter, just stuff hitting itself. It's just, you have to have it for the vehicle mode. I'm sure they could have done more with engineering if you wanted to pay more. So based on the price point he is, this is what we got. And like I said, I don't think anybody's really buying this for the robot mode. Alright, so let's get to the transformation. It's quite complex in a way. It's a lot of panels going different ways. And honestly, it's hard to explain. It's easier to just do it. I think you could grab this figure and without the instructions, figure it out. It's just that if you're trying to explain it, it's just a lot of stuff going to be in the way, and it's kind of hard to do. But we're going to do that real quick. First thing to do, I'm going to turn his feet around this way. This makes it life a little bit easier. We're going to come to his arms. We're going to open this up. You want to turn his fist like this, and then you want to push him inside. Same with this one. Turn his fist around. And then we just want to fold it up on the inside. Remove his weapon. Put this side. Take his wings. We're going to fold these all the way down. It helps with the arms around the way. So he's just got so much stuff. You have to untab this, but it's already untabbed anyway. You want to come to this, untab that, bring this back. I'll go ahead and 180 him at the waist real quick. Take this, open this up, bring it down, turn his head 180 this way. And we'll bring this down. Just tuck his head right inside there. And take his arms, we're going to bring them up like this. And we're going to fold these down and around like this. And then we're going to tab this together like that. Then we're going to push them back. And this here is going to now tab into this like that. Come down to his legs, untab this, bring it up and around. Take this piece, bring it like this. We're going to open this up. Now we're going to untab this piece here, bring it down. We'll open this piece up, take his foot, and this is going to fold inside of that. Other side, same way. Open this, bring that down and around. Pull that down, open this up, bring that down. Open this piece here, and close his foot on the inside. Now we're coming to the side here. Bring this around. You see all the tabs, now they're going to catch. We're just going to tab that all in. This. Take that one side there. Now this right here is actually going to flip all the way around like that. And it's going to catches around that tab there. Come then back here, this piece here, bring that up. Open this piece like that. Same on this one. Bring this up. Open this piece up. And you got to come to his knees. I forgot to show that with the other one, the other leg, but you got to untab his knees like this as well. And you tab this together. We're going to bring this one around. We're going to work these tabs in too. Bring this piece up and around. There, I came down already. We're going to bring these up. Don't worry, these little tabs come untabbed very easily. So it's not like a big deal if it doesn't stay tabbed in. So that up, take this part here, bring it down. You see the little slots. They're going to line up with these tabs back here. Tabs on the sides here and here. And this little tab here is going to come around the outside. So it's just a matter of lining it all up. And that's probably like the hardest part. So there. And we just want to tab it all in. So get that all tabbed in and come down here to the bottom. You see these little pegs. They're on his windshield. You can go in these little peg holes down here. So bring that down and we'll just tab that together. And that sort of holds it all together down there as well. There we go. We have Wheeljack in his alt mode. All done. Very light. Very hollow. And with Wheeljack in his alt mode from More Than Meets the Eye Part 1. These are some of the fun things we can do with this. We can put it on that little blast screen and use that as part of this Cybertronian road. Just have them like hovering over this. Just put it right there. Of course, you got to balance them just right. You don't want them to fall off the sides. Of course, you can also take it. You'll have to remove it off the hinges. So just got to pop those off. And then you will bend them in. And you can do that and you can get them off a little bit easier. You're going to take it and you're going to reverse them to a different side. Because you want this to line up just right. And you're going to put this on the other side. And do the other one just like this, and it's going to fold this way. And now you can attach this to your Wheeljack. There are little tabs here. They'll hook into these little slots on the sides, and it just sits right over that. Then you just tab it right on in. Now, if you had kept this past that one episode, maybe he would have lived in Transformers the movie. Also, it's something he could have used in his Earth mode, covered the front of his car, and he could have gone through the Decepticons because it seemed to repel the laser blasts. Now with it like this, you can store his gun up top. You can take the Dominator discs or the little blades he puts on the front. You can use as both. You can use that, mind if I cut in. They can store here. But if you don't want these out in vehicle mode, they can store on the inside under the hood. Just pull this up from the tabs, hit one around the sides. They all store nice and neat like that and kind of look a little, sure. Also, with this mode just like this, you can probably need to remove these so it'll be a better fit. But if you have your Origins Bumblebee, lower the doors. And now we can now store this inside to reenact that scene from the first episode. What you want to do with your Bumblebee here is you want to untap from the side. You're going to fold this up on this panel. Fold it down and flip that over like this. Same as this one. Bring that up, flip it around, bring it out, tab it. Now you're going to take him, and his rear axle has been damaged, so he's going to go right here inside of Wheeljack. It is still a tight fit. Just got to push him on in there, and we're just going to bring up the doors on the back, bring this down, and we'll just got to tab it all. And there you go. He can now take Bumblebee to Ratchet to get them all fixed up. I do have a few problems with this. These things fall off very easily in the front of the alt mode. There you go. Now you have Bumblebee on the inside. Now he is pretty weighty. He's that because he makes a big hollow box in alt mode. He's very hollow. He's very light. Like you pick it up, it's like, is this even a Transformer? Because he feels compact in robot mode. But when you have to open up and expand him for vehicle mode, he's very light. But once you put Bumblebee in there, he is actually pretty dang heavy because you got two deluxe, quote-unquote, figures, or Deluxe and a Voyager inside here. You can still see a little bit of Bumblebee there on the inside. So pretty cool. You can reenact that scene from the first episode of Transformers More Than Meets the Eye. And for some comparisons here in vehicle mode, we have Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee, Bumblebee Origins, Jazz Origins, and we have Legacy United Wheeljack Origins. All three in their Cybertronian modes. Only three Autobots that I can recall being seen in their Cybertronian modes in the first episode. All very nice figures. Jazz, of course, Wheeljack is the Voyager. These two are deluxes. Honestly, overall, I think Jazz is the best one for vehicle mode and robot mode. He does them both very well. Wheeljack has to be compromised to store Bumblebee. They did this for the gimmick to reenact that first episode. So his alt mode is a little bit, Not as great as it could have been if they did not, put that gimmick in. But I'm glad they did, because I'm really thinking everybody who's buying this toy is buying it for the alt mode, not the robot mode, because you can always got the Netflix or the was it Earthrise or Kingdom Wheeljack, and then you could got the new 5-pack Autobot Wheeljack if you want a good robot mode for Wheeljack. This one here, the robot mode looks all right, but you get this really good Cybertronian vehicle mode to reenact that first episode of the cartoon. So that's really what this is about. Some more looks here at the alt mode. Nice green paint stripe here. We get this sort of lime green or kiwi green right here that kind of matches the transparent plastic that's right here. It was really done. We get some dark gray paint right here, which matches the gray plastic. It's pretty close. It's a little bit darker than this. This is gray plastic. This here is gray paint on white plastic. They did a good job matching that up, I think. And I think they did a good job with the transparent plastic here and the green paint there. The transparent plastic comes through here as well. And we get this nice little design here that we saw on the actual vehicle mode. That's not too much paint on this figure here in vehicle mode, just this design, and we got some of the little trim pieces going on here. If we want to do a quick comparison with the shot from the episode, like I said, I think they did a fairly good job with this. Also with this, I think they did the transparent plastic the right way. When you open it up, you can see here that, now these are actually pieces, but for the windshield here, it's actually the white plastic, but they just took some transparent plastic and it's just put on like little white tabs around it. So the entire piece is not transparent, just this part here, and it's just tabbed in. That reminds me of the Transformers from like the mid-2000s. That's how they did a lot of their transparent windows and stuff. They wasn't all, the whole piece wasn't transparent, and then they painted it. They just kind of pegged some transparent plastic underneath the other plastic, and that's how you got your windshields. So final thoughts on Legacy United Origins Wheeljack. It's a fun figure. It's made for playability, fun, and reenactment. If you're buying this for the robot mode, it's not really there, because you're going to get a big, beefy backpack, thick cabs. It's not really proportioned. I say proportion, but it's just got a lot going on back here. Also, if you're going to be hitting, knocking out, untabbing, and everything. He's also kind of got, his arms are just weird to me. It's like they don't tab in well, these undo very easily, so that kind of bugs me. Otherwise, the actual head sculpt is fine. The chest piece is absolutely fine. I actually think this looks better than what it does on Earthrise and the new Autobot 5-pack we got. I actually kind of like this chest a little bit better. I like the gun he has on his shoulder better. It's a little more slender on back here. It's not so big and beefy and doesn't take up part of his head area. So I like it. It's worth it if you're wanting it for the alt mode. If you're wanting him for robot mode display, he's fine. He's just going to sit on a shelf and look forward. Turn him sideways, backwards is horrendous. He doesn't have the full Wheeljack look with the legs being more just feet instead of the front of the vehicle or car. But he is Cybertronian, so he doesn't have to look exactly like he did in G1 for the Earth. It's still a good figure. 35 bucks. It's Voyager class because of the alt mode and the engineering that went into it, not because of the size of the robot mode. So the price point is probably one of the biggest cons on this figure. The negatives are the little blades and fans you put on the front of the alt mode. It's easy for me to knock off and undo. Also the tabs, when you try to make him a box in the alt mode and he's hollow, there's nothing inside him, it's easy to untab and push him in. You gotta have him just right with the roof. So that's a stickler. That's a problem area. It's still an excellent homage to the first episode of Transformers G1, and I like it just for that. Alt mode makes this figure worth it, in my opinion. And thanks for watching. Until the next one. Peace out.